Surviving the Storm, a KSHB 41 weather special, sponsored by NFM.
Warm weather is here, but with it comes the dangers from strong to severe thunderstorms. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Nicco, and this is Surviving the Storm. We're entering the time of year where the range of weather we can expect varies greatly. Day stretches of rain and flooding risk, lightning and damaging hail, strong winds, and possibly tornadoes, followed by a summer where we could expect to see some intense heat. Before we get to those details, we have to understand exactly how we got here. For that, we're going to turn to Jeff Penner.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, in order to look forward to the spring, we need to look back at what happened during the fall and winter. So in essence, in order to look forward, we need to look backward. This winter was certainly an odd one. We ended up as the 23rd wettest and 12th warmest out of 135 years of weather records. It is the warmth of the winter why we ended up as a top 30 in least amount of snow, despite being in the top 25 wettest. We used the cycling pattern hypothesis to make our seasonal forecast. This states that the pattern sets up in October and November and then cycles through the following winter, spring, and summer. It is this method that requires us to look back in order to look forward. We not only can project forward in a broad sense, whether it will be hot, cold, or wet and dry, but we can project forward to a series of dates when bigger weather events may occur, such as severe weather and heat waves. We entered fall in a rapidly worsening drought, with Kansas City in severe to extreme drought. We have exited winter completely removed from any drought classification. Between October 1st and March 15th, we have seen 12.83 inches of rain, which is 122% of average rainfall. Will we have a busy severe weather season? When are the most likely dates for us to see severe weather? We had 3 heat waves last summer and reached 100 for the first time in 4 years. Are we in for another heat wave summer with 100-degree heat? Will the drought conditions return, or will it retreat farther west?
We often receive a lot of rain during the spring and early summer. The mixture of that warm and cooler air can spin up some nasty winds and hail pretty quickly. I can't stress this enough. These storms can be very unpredictable, and knowing exactly when and where they'll hit can be hard to pinpoint. That's why I spoke with professional storm chasers. They really hit home the need to take those warnings and data at the top and the bottom of your screens seriously. You know it when you hear it. A sound synonymous with destruction.
Tornado with damage. Play it safe out there. Stay indoors if you have to.
And so that is the one with the newest tornado warnings.
Unpredictable and unforgiving. Storms leave their mark on the community.
They lost almost everything. I'm sorry.
I felt myself get lifted out. I threw myself into the shower.
The danger of these tornadoes, seen in pictures and video clips shared online. To those on the front lines of these storms, the sirens become a reminder. You aren't as in control as you may think.
The El Reno tornado was a terrifying experience for me. That one, it killed 8 people over about a 5-mile stretch, and 4 of them were professional storm chasers.
Mikey Gribble and Steve Pauley drive toward the clouds, rain, wind, and hail, both with tales of close calls.
I was fortunate. I just got clipped by the edge of it. It blew out 7 windows in my car, scraped all the paint off one side. It basically sandblasted my car.
I was down in Wichita. It's probably been about 10 years ago now. It was a big outbreak in 2012 of April. I had insulation getting caught in my wipers.
Outside of the tornado itself, or the wedge as it's often called, the damage from these storms can also come from the winds used to build the tornado itself.
Everybody sees that tornado and thinks like that's it. No, there's inflow winds feeding into that, sometimes well in excess of 100 miles an hour.
You don't even have to get impacted by the tornado, but if the inflow into the tornado, which can go over 100 miles per hour, can certainly remove roofs and cause tree damage.
So what can you do? When you see those warnings, get inside. Don't try to see it. You could be clipped by flying debris, hail, branches, trees, or even power lines. Once inside, get to a basement. If you can't get to a basement, make sure to get into the innermost part of your home for protection.
You're dealing with wind outside, and the outer walls are going to take the brunt of that. So it's harder for the wind to get to interior rooms, and then on top of that, when the wind gets to the interior rooms, they're usually a little bit stronger.
Finally, get a weather radio in case power goes out and cell phone connection is lost due to damage. As we talked about, these storms can be very unpredictable. But as Wes Peery found out, here in the metro, they do follow a particular pattern.
Here's a tricky one to wrap your head around. When do you think storms are most frequent in Kansas City? During the day or overnight? Well, the data says that storms are most frequent overnight, especially between about 2 and 6 a.m. But here's the deal. Severe weather is 3 times more likely during the day or evening as compared to overnight. That's because daytime storms have something nighttime storms don't have, and that's heat and energy from the sun. The more heat a storm has, the more energy it works with to produce severe weather. It's possible that storms form to our west under more energetic conditions, but then don't arrive in Kansas City until the overnight when we've lost our energy. Which is good news. That means people are awake, they're able to act on severe weather warnings. But the problem comes overnight. Tornadoes that occur overnight are twice as deadly. That's because people are asleep. They're not prepared for severe weather. So it's really important that you turn on your wireless emergency alerts. Mike.
Thanks, Wes. So in the evening, you're out and about, maybe watching your kid's soccer game, baseball game, or a family outing for a little miniature golf. You name it. What do you do? Well, Lindsey Anderson's here to walk you through the steps on how to stay safe when you're caught outside in an area with little to no shelter.
The warmer weather will bring families like mine to places like this. But these wide open spaces can be very dangerous when thunderstorms approach. Let's say you find yourself out here filled with families watching your kids play soccer or baseball, but a thunderstorm develops. What should you do? We got to find the closest shelter. The best option is to find a sturdy structure close to you, like this bathroom. But if that is not available, we've got one more place to try. And that last option, finding your car. That way we're protected from the storm and we can drive away. The Shields Overland Park Soccer Complex has 96 acres of space, all of it outside. Mike LaPlante is the manager of soccer complex operations. He makes the call to clear the fields even if a storm is several miles away.
We have a 12-mile radius, so any lightning strikes within that 12 miles, we make an announcement and clear the fields.
This is because lightning can strike up to 10 to 20 miles away from the parent storm. That would mean a storm over Edgerton, Kansas could produce a lightning strike here at 135th in Overland Park. So when it comes to outdoor safety this spring and summer, remember, when thunder roars, go indoors.
Staying with the outdoors, one thing you have to remember, a lot of the damage occurs when there's no warning whatsoever. So Cassie Wilson takes you through the steps that you need to remember when you're outside and the wind starts to blow.
Well, Mike, places like Tice Park behind me, they're known for those temporary tents during festival season, and we have seen it time and time again. Those kind of structures just get picked up and carried away.
An important lesson to keep in mind: when you see lightning, something more severe could be building or on its way in. But what about those times when it just seems a little more windy than normal? Well, there could still be something to that. We spoke with a storm surveyor about the risks of what are called Straightline winds and how they can turn a festival or a concert into a scary situation.
A big stage with, very high scaffolding and lights and such could really take a tumble in some low-end wind, even 40 to 50 mile per hour wind, and that's below the threshold for a severe thunderstorm warning.
You heard him mention stages. An example, he later mentioned the State Fair in Indiana back in 2011. That stage collapsed due to strong winds, but it wasn't during a major storm or during a warning. That incident claimed the lives of 7 people and hurt several dozen more.
The big takeaway here, even if there isn't a major warning, the wind starts to pick up or the weather starts to take a turn, make sure you have a plan and you're able to pivot those plans if you need to.
We still have a lot more ahead, including flooding. What factors go into it away from the region? Plus, when that rain starts falling hard, the tips to teach your teenage drivers to avoid hydroplanes or fender benders.
Welcome back. We just talked about winds and severe thunderstorms, but there's another major factor that you have to think about during the spring and summer. That's flooding. According to the National Weather Service, between 2010 and 2021, an average of 104 people each year died due to flooding. Most of the time, those occur during flash floods. Other times, flooding, it isn't about taking lives. It affects our farmers. It affects our neighbors that live around the Missouri River. And Cassie, a lot of times here in the metro, we think about flooding as the rain or the snow that falls right in our neighborhoods. But there's other factors around us that could influence that flood danger.
That's right. The Missouri River network is huge. I mean, the snow to our north comes to mind, and in recent years, we've seen some major flooding along the river. So this year, with all that snow to our north, I wanted to figure out if it would impact the river, so I sat down with a hydrologist to learn more. The rivers, streams, creeks across the Kansas City area are all part of the Missouri River Basin, the fourth largest water network in the United States and the center of life across the Great Plains.
And if you're just looking at where all that water is coming from, it can be coming from as far as, northeastern Colorado, Wyoming, Montana.
So let's start north. This season, we saw winter storm after winter storm roll through just north of Kansas City, spreading 6 to 8 feet of snow across the upper Great Plains.
But a lot of that snow melt's going to go into the Missouri reservoirs, so it'll take up some of that runoff.
The storage reservoirs Scott is talking about are housed in Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Those reservoirs are part of a 30-year construction project that ended in 1960, and thanks to that, we now have a way to store 73 million acre-feet of water. To this day, the Missouri reservoir system continues to be the largest in the United States.
The reservoirs there do still have quite a bit of storage. Right now, they're not even up to the levels that they normally use for flood control storage.
That's because of drought. Drought over the last year or two has caused us to tap into our water bank. But this year, we're making a better deposit. So what does this mean for the health of the Missouri River?
We were in drought across the local area, but the past 3 months, we've had anywhere from 1 to 4 inches above normal precipitation. So we're really looking at normal soil moisture across the area, and really that's going to relate to a normal flood outlook. So areas that typically flood this time of year will likely see flooding this year.
When it comes to water concerns, we can rule out snowmelt flooding and we can rule out drought in Kansas City, but there is one piece of the puzzle to watch this spring.
So if we get big floods this year, it's going to be driven by our heavy thunderstorms or a series of heavy thunderstorms over a several-week period.
Aside from major flooding, flash flooding is when things can get dangerous quickly. According to Missouri emergency agencies, from 2015 to 2019, 40 of the 50 flooding-related deaths occurred to people driving. So you're getting ready to head out on the road. Lindsay, you have to be extra aware.
Yeah, Mike, I mean, this time of year gets really wet, and we've all been there before. You're driving, and it really starts to pick up. Lots of us have likely felt comfortable handling rain, but in no time we see dozens of wrecks with fender benders to hydroplanes. Even a little water on the road can cause wrecks. The reason is that any amount between the tire and road can leave you without control.
That's when as you're driving, you'll feel it almost break the car. It'll slow you down, and that means you've lost contact with that pavement. And then again, it's just like ice.
Parker says a good rule to think of when it starts raining, drop your speed down 5 miles per hour. For example, if you're in a 55-mile-an-hour zone, go 50. And as it intensifies, drop it in increments of 5 until you're comfortable and keep control. The biggest reason is as little as a few inches can cause you to wreck.
6 inches of water, definitely. 6 inches, just that much. That much could really, really cause a problem. What obviously becomes a big problem is when people drive into water and they don't know the depth of it. A foot of water can take your car away.
Another suggestion, start slowing down sooner. Even if you have anti-lock brakes, water on the road can keep you from stopping easily. These conditions worsen if it's at night. Parker added, that's when you may run into deep water and not even see it coming.
You know, your headlights reflect off the rain rather than off the lines painted on the road. And obviously your lack of visibility. You know, it's much easier to not see that deep water until you're almost upon it. So much more difficult at night. So yeah, those deep wet spots, deep puddles, I guess you could say, can sneak up on you even more at night than they would during the day.
And a reminder, not all puddles are the same. Watch out for grooves or potholes in roads or interstates. That could cause us a problem. And remember, turn around, don't drown.
Still ahead, we shift from really wet times to severely dry times, and why really dry conditions can actually create flooding risks. Plus, when heat advisories come, ever think it feels hotter in the city? Well, you're not wrong. We explain why.
Welcome back. You know the saying, April showers bring May flowers. But what if there's a lack of showers and snow? Then you find yourself in a drought. A drought is a prolonged period of abnormally low rainfall causing a shortage of water. And it has levels: none, abnormally dry, moderate drought, severe drought, extreme drought, and exceptional drought. You often see it portrayed on maps like this, with the dark burgundy being the worst. So how does this impact areas of drought? Jeff Penner shows us.
And I am going to show an experiment on how rain, when it falls on soil that's not drought-stricken, and then an experiment to show how rain acts when it falls on soil that is drought-stricken. You can see the water is exiting the cup and going right into the soil because this soil is not drought-stricken. As a matter of fact, it's wet and it can absorb the water a lot more, sort of like a wet sponge. We've gone 120 miles south of Kansas City, Fall River State Park. It's an exceptional drought down here, level 5 of 5. Now we're going to find out, how does the water soak into soil that has drought conditions? It's just sitting there. It literally is just sitting there. It is not soaking into the ground. The dry ground, the hard ground, is not porous enough to allow the water to soak in. So what did we learn from all these experiments? Well, in Kansas City, the soil is wet. The water went right into the soil, so it soaked in better. That lowers the chance of flash flooding. In drought-stricken areas, we saw where the water either soaked in very slowly or not at all. So if you got heavy rain over a drought-stricken area, it runs off. It can cause a lot easier flash flooding.
We know one of the items that can intensify drought is heat. And it's not uncommon for us to have long stretches of highs in the 90s, even triple digits in the summer. But Wes, you found out that our cities could be even warmer?
Yeah, because they're made up of concrete, metal, tall buildings, all that holds in the heat. It's called the urban heat island effect. Let me explain to you what that is. Downtown Kansas City can get hot in the summer, as much as 10 degrees warmer than other parts of Jackson County, according to recent research. It's because it's made up of concrete and metal, which absorbs the sun's radiation and then radiates it back out, but in the form of heat. We call that the urban heat island effect. But we may be able to moderate that effect by taking these buildings and changing the roofs and their colors.
The idea is that we just try to replace the very conventional, kind of very relatively low, we call it low albedo or low reflection of some kind of old materials. And then we'll be able to see increase the reflection of the solar radiation, which means you're going to receive less amount of energy at the surface.
So I have 3 rocks here. They're all the same type of rock, the same shape, but they're different colors. One's white, one's black, and one's neutral. So we're going to leave in the sun for 20 minutes and see which one heats up the most. Let's measure the temperature now. So the neutral one is 56 degrees. The black one is 70 degrees. And the white one is 47 degrees. So this is like downtown being out in the sun all day. So now when the sun goes down at night, we'll move the rocks into the shade and see what the temperature ends up being after 10 minutes. So the neutral one, which was 56, is now 42. The black one was 70, it's now 45. And the white one was 47, it's now 39 degrees. So the black one, since it was hottest to start with, it is still the warmest. This is the exact same problem that you have in urban areas. Overnight, the heat stays in place, not allowing it to cool down. What we've discovered here is called albedo, and it's the ability for a surface to reflect the sunlight based on its color. So how much of a difference does changing the color of a roof actually make?
If you look at here, the whole metro area, I think we generally see about, I think it's about 1 1 degree Fahrenheit. The largest value could be as large, probably, if I can recall correctly, it might be about 8 or 9 degrees Fahrenheit for certain time of the day.
The city is also hoping to reduce the urban heat island by planting more trees, which could reduce cooling costs up to 25% according to research. And you can do the same thing in your house. Plant more trees, or whenever you're replacing your roof, choose a more reflective type of shingle to reflect that sunlight back into the space.
When we get back, our prediction. We look at the times to maybe watch for storms. Will the metro see a drought? Is major flooding expected? We'll weigh in after the break.
So far, we've talked about the latest research and some of the hazards that we deal with during the spring season. Now, as we round out the show, what to expect this coming season and how to handle it. Well, we know it's inevitable. We're going to have severe weather at some point in the spring and summer. And Jeff's mapped out a couple of windows of days where we should be more aware of what's going on. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, that's right. There's a whole series of dates based on the cycling pattern hypothesis where on April, May, and June, we've mapped out a whole bunch of days. When you look at the calendars, it looks like, oh boy, a lot of those days. Keep in mind, in those stretches, you just have 1 or 2 of those days out of those long stretches where we really have to be aware. And even out of those days, they may be out of the viewing area. The one series of dates we have to watch carefully, April 26th to 30th, the NFL Draft.
Cassie already talked about how the river's probably not going to be an issue with flooding this spring, but there's other concerns, like the amount of rainfall we get in the spring. What are you thinking?
Yeah, you know, this winter we saw above average rainfall. It was a really wet winter, and this spring we're not really seeing any signs for that pattern to change by any big scope. So we could be dealing with a wet spring, and at least we're not watching for river flooding.
All right, so we talked to Cassie. Cassie talked about a pretty wet spring. What do you think that means for the drought, Lindsey?
Well, you know, it's going to help alleviate some drought in Kansas, but it's so close to Kansas City, only 120, 130 miles away, something we have to watch closely. Luckily, we've seen a nice relief over the winter months of our drought in Kansas City.
So earlier, Wes, you talked about our uniqueness here in Kansas City, that our storms come in mainly in the nighttime hours. What do you think that's going to do to our temperatures this spring?
So we think because it's going to be wetter, it will also be warmer, especially in the overnights, as those thunderstorms feed off that warm air. So overall, the warmer nights we think will cause us to be warmer in spring.
For Lindsey Anderson, Cassie Wilson, Jeff Penner, Wes Peery, I'm Mike Nicco. Thanks for watching Surviving the Storm. Know that we will be with you the entire way this season. Take care.